The Africans are now apologizing for the blasphemy and the conspiracy they did. But whatever they have to say, and wherever I told them, I was protecting them from themselves. The question is, why are you trying to protect? I know Africans. I know how they practice their beliefs, and I know how evil they are. We are all in Africa, and we heard a rumor that have been written down since the days of the Egyptians. There is a king who is dead among the Galaxy Kingdom. He will be reborn a black man. So due to that, and the time compared to the Bible, the time Isaac's wife Rebecca got pregnant, she was carrying two nations, and the two nations, one was black, one was red. It was believed the black will be superior and have a great nation. It didn't work according to plan. The time during birth giving, he was holding the heel of his brother Esau. They lived for years. The time Isaac was about to die, he called Esau the hunter to go and hunt for a fatty animal so that he will use it for ceremonial rite to bless him. The time he went for the hunt, Jacob niggardly snake and took a pig and killed the pig with his mom and deceived his father Isaac. After the deception, pig became a cursed meat. That is why Islam, the Jewish people, and many people don't eat pigs, because they believe it became a cursed animal after Jacob used it to fraud his father Isaac. When you go to bank, we write it there, alert, be alert of scammers and fraudsters. Jacob was the first fraudster to fraud his father Isaac. He took a skin of an animal, a sheep, covered it on his back. The time he entered the room trying to steal the blessing, his father Isaac said, "Is this Esau?" He said, "Yes, father, this is Esau." And he lied to his father and took the blessing made for Esau. It didn't end there. Esau gave birth. Jacob gave birth to Joseph. When you read the Bible, the book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 3 to 10, at the end of everything that Jacob did, he kneeled 7 times to his brother Esau. When someone kneels 7 times to you, it means he's giving his generation to you to be. In the book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 3 to 10, Jacob nailed 7 times to Esau. Genesis chapter 33, verse 3 to 10. Genesis chapter 33, verse 3 to 10. Nailing to someone for 7 times means you and your generation will forever be his slaves. It's different from witchcraft. In witchcraft, if someone jumps over you 3 times, it means he's victorious. But nailing for 7 times for someone means you and your generation willingly. You are giving it to someone. So Jacob apologized to Esau by trading his generations for the white people. It didn't end there. Jacob gave birth to his son Joseph. He saw a dream that he would one day become great and powerful. The moment his brothers saw he would become powerful one day, they designed a conspiracy and sold him into slavery after plotting a conspiracy to kill him. After that conspiracy that they tried to sell him into slavery, Joseph became governor pioneer. The Potiphar who lied against Joseph was also black. So black people, envy, greed, and evil have been in existence for more than 20,000 years. It didn't end there. After Joseph became governor pioneer, his brothers nailed to him, just like the way the prophecy foretold. After nailing to Joseph, The next thing that happened was Joseph allowed his father Jacob and his brothers to come to his kingdom. And his father didn't want any blasphemy to repeat. So he blessed all his 12 sons. After blessing the 12 sons, Egypt was having 12 capital towns. That it believed the high gate of the capital towns, whoever crosses the 12 gates in the afterlife. And that 12 capital towns represent the 12 gates of heaven. That time, the Egyptian gods were god kings. And every kingdom in Egypt is a heavenly kingdom. They staged a coup with the Ethiopians and they took the kingdom from Joseph. They fought for thousands of years. And the prophecy was named that someone will be born among the Jewish people. He is the one who can conquer the Ethiopians. That is how Moses was born. So the time Moses was born, many people was killed, believing they would change the prophecy. And they heard Moses in the holy temple, just like the way they did in the ancient days. They find Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It didn't end there. The same sons of Jacob, one of them is called Jesse. Jesse is the one who gave birth to David. The time David was born, they knew he would be powerful. He was also black. That black nigger, David, they sold him, they took him to a farm, just like the way the witches in Africa, those in Dampon were saying, I should go to farm so that my feet will become dusty. Jesse took David to a farm. In the farm, Jesse was there. David was in the farm looking after sheep. So for years, he never come home. So during the time of the prophecy, that prophet Samuel was sent to anoint the blessed one among the sons of Jesse. They called the 9 sons. They said some have been trained in Sparta, some have studied economics, law, anthropology. And Samuel said, God didn't speak about any of this. He talked about someone who is black. He's black in color. Who is that black nigger? And the king said, I have one child that is black. His name is David, but he is in the world. I don't think he's even alive now. They went there and they brought David. The time Samuel saw David in the hills, in the mountains coming, he stood up on his feet and said, this is the chosen one, blessed by the Lord Almighty God. And he anointed David to be the king of Israel. After anointing David, in the absence of Samuel, they sent David back to the world. The witches did possession by possession, lions, wolves, bears, and many dangerous animals during those days, including worms. There were worms who can dig a ground in the desert and kill people. They are very deadly. David was using a catapult to kill all those wild animals. So during the war against King Saul and the Philistines, Saul won every war on his time. And he said, I can't conquer a man who is 12 feet tall. I can't fight this war. So David went to war to fight Goliath. The time Goliath saw David, he said, you are the cursed one. You are the one your family have killed spiritually because of your blessing. I'll feed you to vultures. And David said, those who wanted to kill me when I was a child, they sent lions, birds, many wild animals. In the name of God, I was able to use catapult to kill them all. So I'll win this war. Successfully, David won the war and became the great king of Israel. After David won the war, the witches designed a conspiracy again to kill David. For years, it took years before David cut the rope of King Saul, and King Saul died with his cursed family. So wherever blacks have done, wherever shame they are brought to wakanda and the future of the blacks, they even misbehaved to a point that the council of the high gods told me to let the royal family represent the galaxy. Maybe that will scare them off. I know they made a right decision, but the royal family mistake they made is